Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the AOC Malta Cyber Series. We're going to have Premade taking on Paradigm6. My name is Hiprain. Joining me for the second game of the quarterfinals is Chronicle once again. Chronicle, how are you feeling about the matchup, buddy?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, it's going to be a doozy. I was going to say it, but I was like, that's too cliche, but thank you for doing it anyway.
Cliche is my middle name.
Yeah, man. All jokes aside, I think these two teams should, at least in theory, match up a lot better than the slightly slated matchup that we saw last game. This means that I imagine this going a lot longer on than the other one. And we have some very specific players here as well. I think Gotiki is one of the most notorious Widowmaker players we've seen so far.
Yes.
Hitman's Tracer is something that has traditionally been like the frustration or cause of frustration rather for quite a few enemies. So I'm really curious to see what these teams are going to bring out. I'm really curious to see how they're going to match up, and I'm hyped for this second series today.
Well, overall, both the teams going for pretty much old meta picks. I say old meta picks, you know, your kind of standard what you'd expect meta picks. The only difference between the two teams is Paradigm have offered into, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out who's who. Paradigm have offered to take the
and
Zarya, and Darky is picking up the Diva. So that's the only differences really. Other than that, it's relatively standard picks on both sides. I'm saying that like Zarya is not a standard pick.
Yeah, exactly. Savage Beast gets taken out so clean, that's going to make it a lot harder for them, and understandably they retreat immediately. Yeah, as you were saying, like the really interesting thing with a patch dropping like this is that even if something like Lucio might not be the best pick anymore, what team would actually not pick him in this situation, right? Because you haven't trained with a Lucio less comp, which is really playing differently. You're not sure how good the other heroes are yet, so I expect today to see mostly the regular heroes.
Well, looks like we're going to get ourselves our first fight on the point here. Gets himself a triple kill, but there's the Graviton Surge, pinning everyone in place. Hitman with the triple kill at the pulse bomb. Takes Hitman back out, but it doesn't look like it was enough, and it looks like Premade are going to actually capture the point back. That was a good little combo. I mean, a very standard combo, but you're seeing why this Zarya is so good for both teams. Now looks like the point once again is going to get contested.
Zitom's Hitman has been notorious for doing this consistently in this tournament so far, and it's not surprising to see him do it again. Unfortunately, not enough to tilt the team fight in their favor. And it looks like Premade is going to hold the point there on the second offense of Team Paradigm here as well. With 3 ultimates up, I can't see him losing this point, and this is going to give them a pretty big advantage going into the next push.
That was, yeah, they've got a massive ultimate advantage in their favor here. Sorry, yeah, they do. So they need that Graviton Surge back up before they can think to take their next fight. Savage Beast with that Shatter available to him. Hitman has the Transcendence and Vortex. If he can get himself the high ground, he can probably get a very good Deadeye in his favor. Looks like Paradigm has decided to take himself the high ground and pops him well himself through. But let's see. Nano Boost has been applied, and it looks like Zambu's going to go get himself one. Swat takes that double kill. Vortex has managed to get himself a kill. The Pulse Bomb, it's nothing as Zambu gets himself one more kill. And that's going to be the point going in Paradigm6's favor. You were on the ball when you said this game was going to be a lot more closer. This is very back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. And man, you know, you were talking about how you don't necessarily give the nano boost to Reinhardt anymore. And I agree, but if you're already on the enemies, there's not much that can go wrong. As we saw there, Swat jumping up from the high ground, immediately in the middle of the enemies, gets nano boost, gets a triple. And here goes the Diva ultimate.
Diva ultimate, unfortunately, it hits absolutely no one. Savage Beast gets himself killed. Transcendence is thrown down. Godlike actually manages to get himself killed, so he's been environment killed. Now that means you're down your Tracer, and it looks like once again Premade standing on the point, potentially contesting it. That's going to be Darky getting himself put to sleep as the sound barrier is thrown out a little bit too late, and that is Darky with a health buff on Alamech for Diva. Premade struggling to take themselves a point back one more time, and it looks like we're going to have ourselves Paradigm6 with a successful defense on the point.
Yeah. Whew. Man, what a game. We actually have 2 Hitmans this game. We have the Hitman 14 and just regular old Hitman, so that's a little bit confusing.
Oh god, we do as
yeah,
well.
Man.
I
But
didn't even
really
notice that. It's the Hitman.
Yeah, the Hitman and Hitman. They need to get on the point now. Come on, Premade.
Yeah, they need to, but the Graviton Surge is there, pinning them all in place. Self-destruct comes through from the Hitman. Oh, that's normal Hitman with the triple kill and with the team-winning fight. Paradigm6 actually take game number 1.
Yeah, but this is a completely different game from what we saw earlier today, right? Like this went down to the wire. Ultimately coming down to how well Zaitan and Hitman are playing together here. Because Hitman's Trace has been an absolute beast, and I would like, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would like to see a Roadhog here to help Vortex deal with that Hitman on Tracer a little bit more reliably, and I like the pick of Soldier 76 here. I also had the chance in between games to look at the patch notes, and this is patch 1.5, the same as in the PTR. So all the changes we talked about earlier are currently live.
So bad. We're just talking about things that weren't in the game. It makes sense because we have seen a lot of D.Va. D.Va not in this game. Paradigm6 sticking to that Zarya, so they're putting a lot of favour on it. Savage Beast just runs onto the point, and he wants to get on there first. Let's see whether or not they can do it. Vortex with the buffed, new buff on the soldier. Picks up first kill of the game, but Jeff does take him out. Savage Beast also manages to get a kill on Jeff. Savage Beast with a double kill. Darky getting himself one there as well, and it looks like Paradigm gonna actually get themselves pushed off and actually lose the first cap.
Yeah,
against Premade here.
I really like the switch to Roadhog and Soldier. Like this, currently you have a really nice, well-balanced team composition, and because of the Roadhog, it also allows you to switch off the McCree without getting absolutely dumpstered by Tracer. So, nice switch here. I think Vortex has been wanting to play that Soldier. We've seen him play it even when he wasn't buffed, so they must be very happy with that. And we go into the second team fight of the game.
So we're getting ourselves ready for the next one. The Transcendence does get thrown around. Christo manages to take out Hitman. Godlike gets one back. Vortex also on the new buff gets himself a kill. The Hitman 14 with a kill as well. It looks like they completely crushed on that fight. Premade with a successful defense, and Christo takes out Zambu.
Just barely gets out. Like Bloodsport, yeah, right? Like hunt down the enemy Reaper and face the Tom and make it out alive. Really nice. They do have that Graviton Surge now, and because of the early use Transcendence, they will just have the sound barrier, so maybe Paradigm can make something happen here.
Well, let's see if they can. The Earth Shatter goes straight through, but that's the Graviton Surge pinning them all in place. Sound barrier is thrown back, and a return Earth Shatter from SWAT. SWAT does manage to take out Savage Beast, so the tank is down on the side of Premade. Zambu is there. Transcendence is thrown down. Let's see if they can try and get anything else here. It feels like that Transcendence is enough to defend off absolutely everything as the sound barrier comes through. The teams are so alive here and kicking. That's going to be Godlike getting himself one kill, but Hitman has actually got himself one more. SWAT with the kill. This is 90%, and it looks like with the last second of by the skin of their teeth, Paradigm6 capture the point. Extremely close.
Yeah, man, and I think that the Hitman a little bit trigger happy there with the Transcendence. You're in a 3v6 there, and quite a shame because now they're not going to have it for the next team fight. But that is something that this patch has also introduced. Using your ultimates at the right moment has become so much more important. But as I say, this is the second team fight's happening again.
Nano boosted. Sorry, Savage Beast got nano boosted, but he got dropped. Zambu comes forward. He gets one with the ultimate, but unfortunately gets pinned away, runs away, and unfortunately it's too little, it's too late. It looks like Premade trying one more time with a push, but not enough. SWAT does take out Godlike, and Savage Beast coming through. Let's see, Zambu does take out the healing. Earth Shatter onto 3 members and all of the tanks. It looks like the Deadeye's going to get popped, and that's a double kill coming through from Hitman, and they do throw down the defense one more time.
Yeah,
Premade
the nice thing,
so close to the wire here.
Yeah, the nice thing about the lead that Premade has accrued earlier is that now they actually have the room, you know, to take a couple of disadvantaged team fights, draw out some ultimates, and put everything in one final push. Because if they cap the point now, they win the game.
If they do, but keep in mind, the Hitman has Transcendence available, and he throws it down very, very early once again. Christu with the sound barrier, also throws it down. Vortex has his ultimate available to him. That's 3 for 0 as they get themselves their first kill. That's kill number 2 to Vortex there. And the point actually goes in favor of Paradigm6 there. Oh no, sorry. Premade. Yeah. So Premade managed to recapture the point. Sorry, I lost my place there.
No problem. That is, this is what I was talking about, man. This is what I hoped for today's matchup. Really nice start, going off in 1-on-1 on the first map. And let's see what they're going to bring out here. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Ana brought out here, but the Hitman seems to have been favoring this Zenyatta. So wouldn't be surprised either to not see him go for that, especially with the recent nerfs. As you were saying, there's no Sombra yet in these games. She's still banned. So, and Zandu switching to the Winston and Zayton switching to the Genji. So that's something interesting for the upcoming game. Same comp on the side of Team Premade though.
See how they're going to pull this off. It's going to be the Winston coming through, so he's going to hop forward, do his standard stuff there. Hitman does take out Zayton. The point unlocks in 7 seconds, and it looks like both teams just nestling, struggling for control. Savage Beast and Christu come through. It looks like Premade are not completely happy with that first loss, and they're just going to completely stomp the first fight and take the point. You can see that first loss didn't get in their head then. They're staying calm, staying collected. Got like back on his tracer. He was so strong in it in the weeks leading up to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, now the onus is on Team Paradigm to actually make something happen here. Because what we saw last game, where they only got the point at like 90%, so much pressure, you think you can't lose any team fight anymore. And if you get 2-1 behind in this best of 5 on this specific map, it's going to be very hard for you to get back, you know, just from a mental perspective.
They almost lost the push there. Transcendence thrown down, maybe early. Let's see if it was worth it. Hitman does take out Godlike, so potentially not. Looks like Vortex is going to return one back, and that's a kill back up from the Hitman. They're going to try and contest the point. It looks like Paradigm6 do not want to lose the point as Zayton gets himself to. He's looking for more. Sound barrier is there. The hook is not enough, but Vortex does take out SWAT, and that looks like Godlike almost got thrown off the map, but he still managed to keep himself alive. Darky for the environment kill onto Hitman. Onto Zayton, sorry. The point is being still contested. Zambu does not have his ultimate available to him yet as Jeff gets dropped by Savage Beast, and it looks like once again Premade running everything they can, defending as hard as they can. 75% to 0. Don't think we're going to get ourselves a push here.
Harassing the back lines and not allowing any of the supports to make something happen, even though Zambu held on for an incredibly long time there. And this is what we've been seeing. Even though Zambu, you know, there's no Reaper on the enemy team, this is what we saw when Zenyatta was like 100% pick and bang as well. That Discord ult makes it so hard for you as Vincent to actually reliably do what you're supposed to do.
We're clicking into overtime, the Primal Rage, the Transcendent. It's a 2 for 2 as Zayton has thrown down the Dragon Blade, but unfortunately he hasn't found anyone. He gets himself dropped. Hitman and Zambu come through with the kills, and it looks like overtime. 99%. The Hitman throws down the pulse bomb, trying to find something, finds nothing. Jeff, last one left, trying to contest the point, but he gets himself dropped by Godlike, and that is it. Premade got 100 to 0. Paradigm6.
Yeah, that's a huge,
not faced by that first loss.
Huge change from the first game. Like, huge change of pace, right? Or the first round, rather. Because you start out like really even, but in the end, Paradigm was able to win the first round, and then the last game here was just, like you said, 100 to 0 for Premade, and maybe it didn't get in their heads, but it looks like it got in the head of Paradigm the way that they lost the previous round, and it can be really frustrating, of course.
That's always a thing to look at. How do teams handle losses? It looks like Premade maybe a little bit more adept and more willing to kind of take the loss, look at what went wrong, and potentially fix it. Both teams sticking to both the same comps every time. Same thing happened this time as well. Savage Beast just hops forward. takes point of the payload first. Let's see whether or not they're going to let that first loss get into their head as we load through to potentially the last game on map 1. This best of 3 versus Premade versus Paradigm6. Savage Beast actually gets himself dropped straight away here.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time we've seen Savage Beast charge in and get deleted. He is, I think, the most aggressive lineup we have in this tournament, and that is going to mean a cap for Team Paradigm6 here, and they're very happy with that. Great way to start off the 4th game.
Yeah, really good way indeed. Savage Beast, like you said, incredibly aggressive. He's all alone without his team. They did catch up with him eventually, but he's so far forward. Now it looks like we're going to have ourselves a shove pushing forward here. But Paradigm6 with the percentage advantage, with the push advantage. Sound barrier gets thrown down, but keep in mind that did not actually land on the Savage Beast. No, it did. Vortex, Savage Beast manages to get himself a kill. Darky gets himself a double kill. And that is Premade, sorry, capping the point.
Man, Savage Beast is able to pin Jeff back in that team fight just while he is dropping the sound depth, right? So before he hits the ground, Jeff smashes him against the, Savage Beast smashes Jeff against the wall, and that is a lost team fight. However, that does mean that Paradigm still has all their ultimates, and 4 ultimates is pretty good, especially since we see that Zayton and Hitman pretty much both have their ultimates up. So let's see if they can make something happen. Earth
Shatter hit nothing, so that's the sound barrier. I think this is going to be the time. The Graviton Surge goes on the 2. Hitman comes through with the pulse bomb, gets himself a kill. Zambu comes up there. Vortex and Swat trying to go 1v1, and they do get themselves dropped. And it looks like Paradigm6 take the team fight, and they're going to take the point as their prize there. This game is incredibly backwards and forwards once again.
Yeah, Zayton, I mean, you blow 2 ultimates for just the supports, right? But that does mean that as soon as those supports are down, Hitman can't use that Transcendence. You lose the healing, you lose the movement speed, and the team fight after that is pretty easily won by Paradigm. So, really great synergy there, again, from Zayton and Hitman.
Oh, that's a huge ultimate. Shatter actually, unfortunately, gets his team drop. Savage Beast with a double kill. Darky is getting himself a kill as well. And now it looks like Premade are taking their time to win a team fight and win the point. Darky comes up with a triple kill on the Roadhog.
Yeah, and look at like keeping Zayton alive for a little bit there. Like at that point, it's honestly smarter to just immediately die, because what happens now is the rest of the team has to wait for him. And seconds like that can actually become relevant if your games are going to be as close as this.
Yeah, these are incredibly close games. Okay, we were saying that maybe Paradigm6, maybe they were phased by that first loss. They took the first win and then thought they had it in the bag but then lost, but it looks like actually no, that's not got in their head, and they're fighting incredibly efficiently. Keep in mind, Zambu is the only one with ultimate here. The sound barrier is thrown down, and that looks like Zambu looking for a potential chance to ultimate, isn't going to use it, and now it looks like that's going to be the chance. The Transcendence is thrown out, keeping everyone alive. Sound barrier is also returned there. Paradigm6 with the health advantage, but not with the teammate advantage as Vortex takes that jet. That's got like, this is the ultimate coming down, but unfortunately, it was a 5-for-1. Zambu not able to pick up with anyone as he has to fall away.
Damn, that's going to be the map. That was a bit of an anticlimactic ending to a very good series.
Very good.
A very good map, rather. Wow, that was man, yeah, good map indeed. I agree with Savage Beast here.
SWAT.
Yeah, SWAT has been, you know, you can make very easy SWAT jokes. This is what we were talking about. And it doesn't need if you don't have the speed boost. If you just jump on top of your enemies and smash them with your hand. No need to be speedy here.
That's some Dark Souls stuff there. You hop down for an instant kill on something.
Indeed. Great first game. 3-1. Sorry?
I think that's Dark Souls, it's that game. Sorry, yeah, you're making a legitimate point about this game.
Right. Yeah, whatever. No, but all jokes aside, Assassin's Creed does the like jump down and murder someone instantly thing as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I actually... Yeah, he Assassin's Creed. Let's call it Ezio. If you hop down Earth Shatter and get a kill. That's the Ezio from now on. We've coined it.
Yeah, man.
Chronicle and Hit Brains, Ezio kill.
Yeah, you know, someone else coined the Beyblade. We're going to coin the Ezio. And your mana boosted Rhino drops down and Earth Shatters people.
I don't think he wore a big suit of armor and had a big hammer, but you know.
Yeah, you know, it's the thought that counts. So loading into the second map, Dorado, 3-1 for the first map, Nepal. Especially the second game was really close. I think that the rest of the games were kind of Premade got an advantage early on, and was able to solidify that lead, snowball it into a win. Dorado, however, is an entirely different beast. You know, those payload maps are a little bit different in the setup that you're required to do, in the way that you play. So maybe we can see Paradigm even up the series here.
Yep. Although Premade did a pretty good job of completely taking control of that last game. They lost game 1, and then they decided, actually, no, we don't want to lose anymore. Maybe they were just feeling out the ground, seeing what Paradigm6 were capable of doing. Let's find out. We're going to get into Dorado very soon, guys. Who is kind of like... So, obviously, SWAT got player of the game, but who do you really think was the kind of key member on the side of Premade?
Honestly, I think Premade was kind of a team effort. I think Gotiki has been playing exceptionally well, but I think like it's not really about like a star player. You know, we saw Soulkiller in the last game like just go off on that diva, right? Getting multiple multi-kills and just consistently being a harassing pass, etc. I think that the play on the side of Premade is a little bit more team-oriented, even though Gotiki, like, of course he's the DPS, right? So you're really going to notice all the times that he gets kills on Tracer, that he's able to harass the backline, etc. And Vortex is the same in that he, you know, he's very consistent on that Soldier. I think I really like that pick, and it worked out great for them. But we're going to have a lobby, so we have some time to talk about the game a little bit. But he was just able to consistently, you know, do damage and do well. And it doesn't really show it as like a big, flashy, multi-kill play, but it's still a very good play. And the same with the supports. I think that the Hitman was a little bit trigger happy with his Transcendence there, especially now that, you know, every ultimate you have is... The frequency with which you have them is really reduced quite a lot. So you should be a little bit more careful about throwing them out. However, they didn't really break them up at any specific part, so... I guess it's a little bit, you know, you're playing a little bit more risky, but they did allow them to win a couple of team fights. On the side of Paradigm, I think it's just a team effort as well. I don't think there's any play that really stands out. I think Hitman and Zayton is like the most obvious synergy that you have between teammates. Besides that, I think it's not anyone in particular that really stands out. It's more of the teams playing well together.
And I mean, something to touch on with Premade, versus, sorry, the first win that Premade got versus Paradigm was that point that you were talking about where they captured the point, and it was like 4% off, but they fell behind. When you went on a King of the Hill map, when you're on something like that, you have a real problem with if you fall. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. I had a point and I've already lost it. So there's just gonna be a short delay. I think we've just had a technical problem waiting for one of the teammates to come back in. So yeah. I'll continue to make my point.
A little bit of lag. Yeah, take your time.
I had a brain lag here. Obviously, when you're defending against, you've captured a point that's already on a very short percentage of winning. You can't leave the point. So while Premade, they were very aggressive on their defense because they captured the point first. They then held it all the way to 96%. They were able to leave the point and contest it. Paradigm6, on the other hand, when you're on defense and you're that far, well, you're that close to actually losing that you can't leave the point, that's when you're actually quite easy to win a fight against, because you have to stay grouped up. You have to stay on that point because you cannot leave it in case someone accidentally flanks it and takes it. So we're going to have to see what how that kind of gets into your head, really. Yeah. Premade did do a very good job there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point that you made. Like, the positioning gets a lot harder the second that you're not able to use a little bit more aggressive posturing, and maybe set up some, you know, a little bit more risky flanks because you are actually able to with the amount of percentage that you're ahead. Yeah, well played by Premade there. I like the soldier pick. I like the adaptability that Premade already shows here. I think Vortex, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he already played some soldier when he was still in his unnerfed or like in his pre-buffed state.
He did like the character. I don't think I saw him on it. But then again, I also did miss 2 weeks of casting due to
enough.
my neighbor taking a pair of hedge trimmers to my internet.
Yeah, like literally.
It wasn't deliberate. He didn't just kick down my door and saw in half my my Wi-Fi box. He accidentally cut the phone line.
Yeah, unfortunately. Thank God you're back again. Although I was very happy with Breaker last week as well, but you know, it's not the same without you, man. So, we're getting into the game 2 of Premade versus Paradigm6, Dorado.
I like Dorado. It is one you see a lot, but I do like it.
Yeah,
Let's see, actually, because we've seen them both on King of the Hills, and it seems like Premade a very dominant team on King of the Hill. Let's see whether or not Paradigm are any good at a defense or attack versus Premade, or whether or not Premade, maybe this might be an area they're weaker at. We're going to see. From what I remember, they were very good at attack and defense.
Yeah, I think Premade just all around has made a pretty good impression. So did Paradigm, though, but Premade had a little bit more standoutish performances. As we were saying again, Hitman and Zayton have been a notorious duo, but besides that, not too much coming to mind necessarily. So we have on the side of defense, we have Darky on the Roto again. I think that's a really good idea. I think he was playing really well last game. Savage Beast on Reinhardt, Gotiki on May, Vortex on the Junkrat, the Hitman 14 on, we were just going to refer to as D Hitman as opposed to Hitman on the other team.
D Hitman.
Yeah, and Christu on that Lucio.
Zambu, he's really favoured Reaper in every game I've ever seen him on. He was, from what I remember, he was an incredible Reaper. He does feel like he's getting a little bit oppressed by the play that Premade are able to put out. Again, you always talk about how Savage Beast is so aggressive. Look at where he's positioned on the map. Yeah. Literally hiding around the corner.
Yeah, this is...
waiting for someone to pop out.
So typical. I mean, we nicknamed him the flanking Reinhardt at some point. Which is, yeah.
Let's see this first charge. He's going to charge onto someone. No.
Charges out.
A normal kind of defense here. Godlike actually picks up a Tracer on the May. Very normal defense here. Let them get this first free push, and then at this choke hold is where you really contest them. So let's see how both the teams are going to play this out on this first point. Now it looks like the May wall comes down, and they're going to have to force him to go up the stairs and try and flank them, because you can't push through that tiny chokehold. We haven't really talked too much about Vortex on this Junkrat, who we actually just managed to pick a kill up on. What do you make of that?
Hitman dying twice without really achieving anything, and that's going to be a hold for Team Premade here. Yeah, Vortex, again, I'm pretty sure we saw him in Junkrat before. Junkrat wasn't changed this patch, so nothing too surprising there. And I think that Junkrat in this specific map is really nice. You have like, you're able to spam a lot of grenades down here. You have a very tight choke corner. You have not too many flanks, so that means that it's much easier for you to trap, right? Like both of the flanks are kind of small in their duration. Vortex is able to avenge himself just in time.
Does get something off that, but what you're seeing here is this is one of the bonuses of Junkrat on this map. Is Junkrat's main power is he's a massive siege breaker. He's really good at splitting people apart. You have to kind of avoid the bombs because they do so much damage, and he's excelling so well at that. And now it looks like we're going to get ourselves our first fight. Transcendence is thrown down, and it looks like no one's going to get dropped. Savage Beast did get nano boosted. He throws down the Earth Shatter, but doesn't hit anyone with it. Godlike does drop out Jeff, and Hitman takes out Savage Beast. Godlike turns himself into an icicle and tries to keep himself alive. As Hitman, #1, takes 2 kills, and it looks like Zambu's going to take one back. The point is barely pushing forward. They're struggling so hard. Godlike trying to lay out the damage with the icicle shot, trying to defend as hard as he can. And he's hopping around, but he does get dropped by Zambu. And the point, the payload, 1 minute 44. They need to start getting a push on, otherwise they're going to really fall off. Zambu has his ultimate available to him. There's the Graviton Surge, and it looks like Hitman's going to get one. Jeff gets one, and so does SWAT. That was free for none. Great Graviton Surge. Pushes them forward, and it's going to get them 0.1 capture.
Yeah, and Hitman is avenging himself. He got killed, effectively doing nothing 2 times at the beginning of the game. And that kind of, ticks him off, and now he's just continuously murdering supports in that backline of Premade, and if you don't have supports, it gets pretty awful. We see Darky switch to the Diva, and I think the switch is a really nice job by them. I think that flexibility is something that you really want. Zambu able to get the Shadow Step, see if he can get a flank off. Here is the Junkrat
ultimate. Actually thrown down his ult. It doesn't actually hit anyone because Zambu turns himself into a spooky ghost. Still holding on to his ultimate, and so does Jeff. So let's see how they're going to make that worse. Vortex actually managed to swipe Hitman out on the Junkrat, and there's the Blizzard thrown down. So Jeff's going to get himself dropped. And Vortex got like with the double kill on the May. Darky coming up on the Diva as well, manages to get himself a kill. Going to find Zambu for the double kill. 2 minutes 55. This is the easier point to push.
Did you hear that? Widowmaker's here.
Hitman. Hitman, I remember, actually was very good at the Widowmaker, so looking for the snipes to see if he can find them. Does narrowly miss Vortex's head with 2 shots.
Yeah, has that golden Widowmaker gun, which, you know, clear-cut sign that you're in good Widowmaker, as you really get the gun.
Right?
Do more damage, right?
Well, Swat's going to get nano boosted, but he's going to get earth shackled against him. That's going to be the Transcendence thrown out as he charges forward, trying to knock everyone out. Sound barrier. Return does come through. Zambu did manage to pick himself up a kill with SWAT. Gets a kill. Hitman with the snipe comes through. Zambu gets himself one more, and they're back on top of the point. Got like freezes Exxon in place, takes out a kill. Zambu takes out Savage Beast, but Godlike taking out the Anna on the back line. That's going to be the charge forward from SWAT as SWAT gets him dropped. And Godlike with the triple kill on the May, coming up huge. Jeff running away because he's decided he doesn't want any more of that.
Yeah, Duck is staying alive for a very long time there as well, able to divert a lot of the attention, giving Gotsuki the space and time to just murder the entire enemy team. Paradigm just got sorted by that now. Doesn't even have a Blizzard yet, but she will have it now. Last Blizzard was positioning-wise not the greatest, only caught SWAT as that Reinhardt third. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen again. Here it comes.
That's going to be the Blizzard thrown down. Actually doesn't hit anything. Premade doing a very good job defending on actually probably the easiest point to push on this map. Hitman has had 1 kill with the Widowmaker so far, so not overall the best one. Maybe needs to get a switch out.
Yeah.
Has thrown down the search. Infrared, that's the one. I forgot the name of it. Search.
Nice block by SWAT.
But there's the Graviton Surge coming through onto a few. Darky has got the shield up, so actually they don't find too much off it. He's gonna throw down the cool mech. The mech explodes, doesn't hit anything, so unfortunately a little bit of a waste. Sound barrier gets thrown down on the return here, so all team are Premade, nice and alive. Vortex gets himself a kill onto the tank, and that's going to be the Transcendence thrown down, making sure everyone stays topped up on their health bar. Jeff also returns with a sound barrier. That's going to be Zambu with the ultimate. Zambu comes through with the double kill. He's going to try and look for more as he's got the push going through. Christu is left up. He doesn't manage to get him. A Savage Beast takes out Hitman, takes out the sniper. Savage Beast charges forward, takes out Hannah, gets himself a triple kill, gets himself the quadra kill. A Premade with 15 seconds. That was a pentakill on top of the Reinhardt. 10 seconds left on the clock. Premade come through huge and defend on Dorado.
Yeah, and now Hitman switches back to Tracer, but that is too little too late. Ooh, something happened.
Big ult doesn't hit anyone. Earthshatter is there. Christu has managed to get himself a kill. Zambu with a kill. SWAT with a kill. They are struggling, but they are not out yet. This is going to be the sound barrier thrown down on the side of Premade, but their health bars are running low. Their ability to defend is actually running low. Overtime is ticking away, and the payload is pushing forward. I might have got a little bit ahead of myself.
Vortex guilty.
That was a Death Blossom. Gets one. He only gets one, and that was not enough. They needed more out of him. The overtime is still going through. The defense is still going through. They are pushing forward. This is such a clutch play on the side of Paradigm6, and they actually might manage to walk it all the way through. Jeff has sound barrier, but I don't think they're going to need to use it. Are they going to be able to defend? Are they going to be able to push? This is so down to the line. Transcendence is thrown down from Hitman 14 as he's trying to keep everyone alive, keep the shot going through. SWAT, Zambu with 2. He's gonna try and look for more. He doesn't get more, but it was maybe enough. No, it was a Nice one. Hitman with the kill. The payload goes through, and I was ahead of myself because Paradigm6 come up with the push and actually take it through to point 3.
Yeah, and we were talking about, you know, a little bit of mindset earlier on, and as soon as like that overtime kicks in, you see that the team's Premade gets a little bit, like, goes in staggered, and the clean and clear-cut play that they had before just kind of goes out of the window. And hopefully they can like pick themselves up again before they are gonna get smashed to pieces and get pushed into the very last point, because that would be such a waste.
This point's hard to push. That's why you have to walk to get the point. That's going to be the Earth Shatter on SWAT as he charges forward. Mech self-destruct is going to get thrown down, and so is the Blizzard. Darky with a double kill. Vortex takes one back, and Zambu got himself a kill, but Godlike soon drops Zambu. And now, with 36 seconds on the clock, they do manage to defend.
One more push though.
Defended for that though, and it is also a long walk back to your payload.
Yeah,
so
this
one
is
more
going to be
one more wipe is enough to win the game.
And look at the change that we see, like no ultis on either side of this game, and it's going to be such a different game now that the global ultimate have been nerfed. Like, you're getting punished so much harder for every ultimate that you use, right?
10 seconds, Godlike gets knocked up, but he is running a little bit low. Cryogenically freed for the heal. We're about to get Hitman with the Transcendence, so one ultimate is available. Hitman takes out the other Hitman. There's Transcendence coming through, keeping everyone alive. Vortex, Savage Beast, Darky, all 4 of them picking up kills. Darky with a double kill, and this is the overtime ticking away. This time it looks like miracles cannot happen, and Paradigm6 can't defend, can't shove. The Premade take them down in round 1.
Yeah, wow, and just able to hold. But that was an amazing push there on the side of Team Paradigm6. I thought they were done for at that the midpoint in between point 1 and 2.
Yeah, they I can't believe that. That was such an intense game. That was such an intense play there. Holding the overtime long enough to drag it pretty much the entire walkway to the next point. What a shove.
Yeah. Man. And do you think we're going to see the Widowmaker of Gotiki? Is it finally going to come out?
This is a better time to use it on the defense.
Yeah, because
yeah, I'd like to see it.
Again, I still think that Paradigm would have had a much easier choice if they switched off that Widowmaker earlier. As you said, you know, it's not something to be ashamed of. Sometimes you just really can't get in the flow, especially with something like Widowmaker. If you don't consistently land those shots, she is, I think, one of the most like useless characters in the game. She's very binary, right? Either you get the kills and you hit all your shots, or you don't, and then you're just wasting a slot that, you know, Tracer or McCree could feel, while also, even if you don't hit everything, you're still much more of a nuisance to the enemy team.
Yeah, see, her ultimate isn't really game-changing. Her ultimate's, it's useful for the team, so they can track where people are, but considering that Hanzo does the same thing with obviously his arrows in a smaller area, it's not an entire team search with the infrared. But the point is, yes, the Widowmaker, it is you kill or don't do anything, because that's what she does. She is just an assassin, effectively.
Yeah, she's
sniping people off at the back line, high damage, but if you can't land that damage, if you can't land those headshots, you are effectively a useless champion. Character, sorry. I'm casting the wrong game in my head saying champion.
Yeah.
Gotiki, he was very good on the Widowmaker. On the shove, I wasn't a big fan of it, but let's see how they're going to use it here.
Yeah, like you said, same thing again. You push into this choke point, then you switch and go in from the other side, because you don't really want to do that. Hitman kills Gotiki, and that is huge.
McCree is one of the best characters for actually out-sniping a sniper. His headshot damage is huge, and actually his range, if you're very good at aiming on him, so obviously you see people who can't aim and they just right-click. And then you've got a good McCree, you can snipe a Widowmaker. So actually quite a good anti-sniper on the McCree. It looks like the first push is actually going to go heavily in favour of Paradigm. Actually, that was a relatively easy trade between the boards. Shove coming through from Premade.
Oh man, that is
Maybe
not how you want to start a new
enough
game
to defend there.
with your pre-made here. But hey, we still lost game, like nothing's lost until the very last second, but this does mean that Zayton, who's been playing incredibly well in this area, even disregarding her nerfs, or regarding her nerfs rather, has been doing really well, has that Paradigm switch already, so that's probably going to be used in conjunction with the Nano Boost and Wrong Age. And I can only imagine that the next team fight is going to be in favor of Paradigm unless they...
Earth Shatter hit nothing, and Savage Beast actually got walled off from his team, so Hitman manages to get a kill. So does Zayton. Not going to get anything else there, but if you look at the side of the ultimates available to Paradigm6, they are almost fully charged up and fully ready to go. Vortex the only one with his aimbot available.
Yeah, I like the switch from Darky to Zarya here. I think they need to switch it up. I would like to see Vortex switch to maybe a Reaper as well. Like, there isn't really a long stretch where Soldier can comfortably, you know, hit enemies and make use of his mobility and his range and his high DPS. So, because it's all like such strong range, right? If you have a Reaper, you can just blow up the enemy tanks and be done with it.
Bad guys. That's got you in.
Let's see if we're going to get it. Tactical Visor is thrown down. The Transcendence is there. Vortex with one. As the entire team are getting pinned in place. That's going to be Hitman. Hitman gets dropped before he can use the Deadeye from Godlike. And this might be the shove in favor of Premade. Godlike comes through with the triple kill on the Tracer. Shoving them off. Vortex takes out Jeffy. And Zayton is left alone as he cannot be long to the wall. As Hitman 14 manages to get himself a kill. That's going to be a pretty comfortable push in their favor here.
Yeah, that's going to be the first point. And I eat my words as a... You know, I mean, Darky switched to Zarya there, but she wasn't necessarily the highest impact there, even though Zarya against me is so nice. You know,
Zarya
it really allows you to...
pretty nice as well.
Yeah, exactly. Zarya in general, I think she's still going to be picked. But like you said, I hope that we see a little bit more diversity. And we've already seen Diva at some today. I hope that this isn't something that, you know, it's just for now. And we're actually going to see that character more often because she's very interesting. Gotsky goes a little bit too far forward and gets picked off by Zambu there.
But can we talk about how well he's switched off the Widowmaker? Maybe I got a little bit ahead of myself saying he was really good at it. He's actually done a very good job. Savage Beast has to put the shield up because he has the healing debuff on him. SWAT does manage to take him out with his one long range ability there. This is exactly the same point where the push was really struggling for them. Vortex does take out his Zayton. Hitman, no access to his ultimate quite yet, so his Deadeye isn't going to come through. What I was trying to say is Gotiki, once he switched off the Widowmaker, really kind of came through for his team. Has the Pulse Bomb available. Savage Beast, Vortex. It looks like this might be the time for the fight. The Blizzard is down, and it looks like they're going to try and get as much as possible. Hitman gets Earth Shattered out of the way, and no one is dropped. That's when the kills are starting to come through. Christo and Savage Beast with some kills. Jet and Zambu return the kills back. Jet with a double kill. The Graviton Surge is there. Can they pick anything up? Darky gets slammed into the wall by SWAT, and Vortex trying to throw down as much damage as he can, but it is not enough, and they do manage to turn the push off against them.
Yeah, and I thought that team fight was won for when Savage Beast hits that double Earth Shot. But then SWAT turns around and does exactly the same thing. And off the back of that, it looks like they're going to hold for a little bit longer. SWAT a little bit out of position now. Slightly too far. Knockout is going to get picked off.
He does have his ultimate available to him. Savage Beast now, the one going incredibly aggressive. The Graviton Surge is there, and they need to try and throw down as damage as possible. Christo gets one. Hitman with the Deadeye come through it too. Zayton picks up Darky as well. The point is slowly pushing, but it's too little, it's too late. Hitman 17 gets slammed, and that's going to be an Earth Shatter onto free for Savage Beast. Maybe should have held on to that ultimate. Vortex actually hasn't died in the last two team fights. It's just stood on top of that bridge and it's just shot away.
That's looking buff, dude. That's risky, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't think you want to take a Lucio versus a soldier.
No, definitely not.
Right.
And yeah, another hold here. And like you said, I would have liked to see a little bit more communication there. Because we see Savage Beast, you know, going in there, we see that the graphics are used, but Gotoku and Darky don't have this synergy that we saw earlier from Zayton as well, or Zayton and Hitman rather.
Transcendence is thrown down as SWAT gets nano boosted. So that's a waste of a nano boost. Godlike did use his ultimate and managed to get at least SWAT. The Blizzard is thrown down. It's going to pin one of them in place. That's going to be Darky getting dropped. Savage Beast now with Hitman on the back, but no way to defend. He's swinging the hammer around like a madman. Vortex trying to get as much as he can. That was a good fight, actually. Hitman with the Deadeye gets himself free. Actually, maybe not. Godlike trying to get him through the overtime, trying to make the same miracle happen as he's zipping around, wasting time, but the Earth Shatter's there. Hitman gets himself another kill. Darky switches into mech form, but doesn't make it in time. So that's going to be Paradigm6 taking Dorado against
man, that was such an unfortunate mistake from Savage Beast there. I mean, unless I like so completely wrong, he dropped his shield at just the wrong moment there, allowing Hitman to get a kill off with that high noon, and that might have secured them the point, and they might have been able to actually take it into the last part of the map. So unfortunate.
Being the pentakill? No, it wasn't. No, it was the pentakill. Yeah. So there's the 3. There's 4, and I think he finds Anna. Oh, it was only a quadra. I got well excited for a quadra. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. He gets the other one, so it doesn't show.
Oh, okay. So it was a pentakill.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a. That ending.
Man. That's good. Let's see what the next map's going to be. We're now all tied in this best of... Is it best of 3? Or best of 5? Yeah, best of 5. Yeah, sorry. Wow. We're a good caster at times, I swear.
Yeah, it's okay. I forgive you.
So all 1-1 on the best of 5 here. Let's see who our next map's going to be. It's going to be Helios. Everyone's least... Oh, I hate Helios. Actually, no. My least favourite map will be... Oh god, what is it? Anubis. Temple of Anubis. Absolutely.
No, man, Anubis. Screw you. I love Anubis. I mean, like, from a game point perspective, it's not the greatest, but I think Ilios is worse, honestly. I think Ilios is like the most snowbally of all the King of... I mean, King of the Hill by nature is a little bit snowbally, right? We talked about this before. But Ilios is the worst. If you have like a good setup there, it's so hard to take a point without using your ultimate. And it's going to be even worse.
I once saw the best combo on this map with a Mei and a Zarya. So Mei puts the ice wall up across the pit in the well, and then Zarya ultimates and pulls the whole team in, just drops the whole team down the well. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
that is something that can happen.
I don't think we're going to see that. I'd love to see that. But
I mean,
let's see.
I can see Mei being played. So, fair enough. Wouldn't surprise me too much. I mean, like, the thing with Ilios is if you get into position there, you have like a Lucio or someone else with some environmental stuff, right? It's so hard to actually do something, like to get to that point, because Lucio just right-clicks you. Conjunction with like all like pretty narrow choke points, etc. So I think we should be loading into the game soon, because everyone seems to be ready. So just waiting to get this game started, going to this third game of the series that has now become a best of 3.
Oh, is it a best of 3?
Well, now it is, with the 1-1 score.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was like, wait, what, we changed it? No, so yeah. Still on the best of 5, but it's all even. 1 win each. So Paradigm6 versus Premade, a very, very equal game so far.
Yeah, I think this is the most equal game we've seen throughout the tournament. Like,
yes, this is actually every one I've seen has been a complete stomp fest. So this has been the most equal game we've seen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, loading on to Helios. Paradigm6 versus Premade. Let us know in the Twitch chat, which I've actually opened now. Let us know in the Twitch chat who you want to win. Is it going to be Premade or is it going to be Paradigm6?
Who are you giving the edge to?
Premade. They lost the last one, but I do have some faith in them here.
Yeah, and you know, King of the Hill, so I agree with you. I mean, I think that we were talking earlier, like which players have done exceptionally well. I think Zayton on the side, specifically on the side of Paradigm, has been an absolute beast. The nerfs on Zarya don't seem to hurt him at all. He's been on fire for like 70% of the game, has dropped some huge game-winning ultimates. I thought we were actually going to see a Farah there from Vortex, but it looks like he is sticking with the Soldier. Again, I think that Soldier on this specific map is not necessarily the greatest. I would really like to see Farah. I was talking about that earlier, right? Like the environmental kills you can make on Ilios are just absolutely dirty.
Yeah, this is one of the best maps for Farah. Just because pretty much every point has something you can throw someone off. Let's see what's going to happen. Both teams are going to match up here. Gotsky is the first one to get himself towards the point, as we're having a tracer off here by the point. Gotsky versus him.
It'll take forever.
It's so boring. Especially when you're bad at tracer like me.
Yeah,
you literally end up outplaying yourself. You just like zip off the map like, oh, damn it. Right, looks like we're gonna have ourselves a bit of a brawl on both sides. There's Jeff and Zaidson on the side of Paradigm6. So you managed to get himself the first 2 kills of the game. A Savage Beast and the Hitman return 2 back, so it's relatively equal. But Christu comes through with a triple kill on the Lucio. Vortex gets a double. That was a huge environment kill, and Premade are kings of the hill.
I think we've seen like 3 Lucio environmental kills already, because Jeff also got one. So yeah, Lucio's
he got a normal kill, and I believe it was a double kill with his environment kill there.
Yeah, Jeff got one as well, and then you have Christy getting a double as well. So moving in here, see Christy playing aggressive, getting hungry, full that boost.
Let's see if they can contest the point. It looks like we're going to have the sound barrier down. A Savage Beast is a Savage Beast with the environmental kill. Gets himself a double kill. Zambu now running around. Gotiki manages to pick up 2. Vortex is there. Sorry, picks up 1 and Vortex is there. Savage Beast runs up, slams the ground. Darky with a kill, and that is Premade convincingly taking the fight.
Yeah, and Winston as well. Like, I'm very happy that they went for Winston. Even though that Earth Shatter is going to be huge in the next team fight, and you only have the shield that Winston has against it. Look at how much threat Savage Beast is able to put out with the Primal Rage. Because there's so much open space, so much room for environmental kills, and you have like both Lucio and a Primal Rage Winston.
Well, let's see how this goes, because that's going to be the Nano Blade. Zambu with a double kill. Gotiki takes out Zaidson, trying to look for as much as he possibly can. Zambu, Gotiki, everyone's throwing out the damage here. That's going to be the sound barrier on turn as Jeff manages to pick up Hitman. The point is being contested. Here comes the Winston. Can he get it? No, Zambu takes him out. And that's going to be Paradigm6 taking the point back. But this is the same thing they had on
Nepal, yeah,
where they were so close to the win, but now they have to stick on top of the point.
Yeah,
and Ultimates are charging on the favour of no, actually no, Paradigm6 actually still have their quite a few ultimates available to them here, so
yeah,
see how that works out for them.
But again, this is like a long run thing, right? Even if you win the first team fight, if you don't do it in the proper way, if you don't space out your ultimates well enough and don't use them unless absolutely necessary, you're going to lose the team fight after that.
Savage Beast, there's the Graviton Surge, pitting 4 people in place. Can they get it for SWAT? Zaidson and Hitman will take themselves out just as much as they can. SWAT with a double kill on the Reinhardt. A successful defense. Savage Beast hanging above. He doesn't drop off the map. I thought he fell off the map there.
I thought so for a second as well, but this is what we were talking about. Like, you win this team fight, but due to the fact that you're so much percentage up as Team Premade, you now have the combo of Graviton Surge and what's it called? The Pulse Bomb. And you have
they were just wasting ultimates, I believe, in that last fight. That's going to be the Lucio ultimate, trying to get as much as Beast takes out the first kill of the fight as they get themselves on top of the point. That's SWAT ramming him in there, and that's going to be a huge Reaper roll coming through from Zambu. The defense actually was there. Massive fight coming through from Paradigm6. They defend the point.
Yeah,
so close from both sides.
I think that's gonna be it. If
my ultimate is charging.
Premade can pull off a huge upset here without any ultimate. I haven't used them all.
Paradigm6.
I will keep you
just hold on for 10% more. This is going to be a desperation fight. Remember, Hitman does have the pulse bomb available, so there is one ultimate against them they have to push into as well. Zayton takes out Savage Beast, so there is no Monkey Man left. Gotiki takes himself out of kill. Zambu comes up with a double kill. There's the pulse bomb. Picking up no one. Hitman does manage to take out Christu. The overtime is a ticking, and it looks like Paradigm6 are going to take the round 1 of this best of 5.
Yeah. Man, that was, this is shaping up to be one of the best matches we've seen so far.
Paradigm6 versus Premade is so clutch, it's unreal. Throwing myself back onto the next map. Which one is it? It's Well was the next one.
Oh well. Oh well, maybe we could see the very, very scary Zarya.
No May, so it won't happen unfortunately. You need a May to put it so they'll hit something in the middle. So no, we're not going to see it.
Super sad. Maybe they can still switch. Yes, there is the Pharah. I'd much rather see Pharah here, but it looks like Hitman is seeing this one coming because they do have the Soldier instead of the Tracer that he's been playing before. Vortex not going to be too happy about that.
See how it's going to go down. Hitman, yeah. On that Soldier, let's see if he can make it work. Vortex, all in all, did a pretty good job on it last time.
Everyone heal up.
Let's see how it's going to go. Premade are on top of the point first here, and it's going to unlock in the next second. Looks like Paradigm6 actually going to be first on top of it, and they're going to be the ones to get it. Hitman almost gets knocked over and down the well. Doesn't get it quite. Point is still being contested by both teams.
Yeah, got to be doing a huge nuisance in the back line there. I'm not going to cut off, but they just consistently do a lot of damage. Looks like Zayton's a little bit cut off from the rest of his team, but found him again now.
See if they can do it. Zambu gets knocked off by Christu, but Zayton does take out Christu, so the healing is down versus the damage. Let's see which one's more important. Looks like Gotiki's taking out the next healer. Hitman throws down the Transcendence. It looks like Paradigm6 swap double man ulti. Savage Beast also gets himself a double kill. Savage Beast trying to go forward, rams him into the wall, goes for the triple kill, but oh, he's gonna rock himself back out there. The point still hasn't been contested. Savage Beast gets knocked off by Jeff, and it looks like Paradigm6 actually are gonna try and take this point, but it's still not decided yet. Oh, there's the ulti. It does manage to get him something. Swap hops forward. Doesn't quite get it. Vortex gets one, but gets himself dropped at the exact same time. Darky running away. Savage Beast is switched onto the Diva, and the point has finally been taken by someone. Paradigm6. Good job on the attack.
Yeah, good switch here by Vortex. As soon as he sees that the enemy has both Soldier and Ana, he switches off, goes back to his trusted Soldier. Savage Beast, like you said, switches to the Diva. We may be having a really tough time here, and I wonder if that last game kind of, messed with their heads, as we were talking about earlier, because they haven't been showing the very strong King of the Hill play that we saw out of them earlier.
Yeah. I mean, you can see this as well. Look at that. Massive fight. Zayton gets doubled. Ultimate samed up everywhere. They only used Hitman's ultimate. And when you really think about it, is the tempo is so heavily an advantage. The longer they can't capture this point, the harder it is to actually hold it and take it back later because of the things we were talking about. So we don't talk too much about tempo in this game. It's not really a tempo swinging game, but this is the one. Graviton Surge comes through. Savage Beast gets himself, drops Zayton. Zambu with a double kill. Massive Death Blossom. Let's see if he can get more. That was Gotiki managing to take out Swap with the Pulse Bomb. They're still contesting the point. Zambu spawns himself away as Hitman throws down the Transcendence, trying to keep everyone alive. It now looks like this is going to be the time. The Graviton Surge pins them in place, but Jeff throws out his healing, and that's going to be Jeff. Zambu and Hitman with a kill. They managed to defend one more time. Hitman with a double kill on the Soldier 76. I think he's showing Vortex something about this character. He picks up a triple kill.
Man, and Premade seems to be like really off that game. You see the Hitman using a Transcendence, they're not countering any ultimate on the enemy team, not really doing anything in particular, not winning the fight. You see Gotsky getting picked off. You see an ultimate getting used from Savage Beast there, Graviton Surge, without actually killing Jeff. Can they make the last second hold though?
It looks like actually we're ticking through into overtime, and actually Premade potentially have done it. Hitman comes through, he does throw down the aimbot, the tactical visor. Unfortunately, Christie does drop him, and the point is about to get captured by Premade. 99% by the skin of their teeth. Once again, these King of the Hill maps between these two teams are so close.
Is this the fabled comeback? Is it happening?
It's a hard comeback. We were talking about that tempo earlier. 99% is a hard thing to defend on because you cannot leave the point, which means you can't push them off aggressively. It means you let them in. Well, let's see how they're going to play it. Zambu does come through. That's going to be the Deadeye coming through. Vortex does take out Zambu, but it's still a 2-for-1. Gotsky does take out the healer. So that's going to be SWAT with a kill as well. Everyone is fighting so close. Darky gets dropped off the mag. Titan gets a kill. Jeff gets a kill. The point is so close to being captured back. This might be it. Overtime won't mean a lot if everyone's dead. Overtime is ticking away, and they're trying. Christie doing his best, but unfortunately he gets dropped by Hitman. Overtime ticking away so fast, and Paradigm6 take out Premade. They've got one more win, and then they take this map.
Score 2-0.
Man, that was a kind of disheartening to see. I think Premade really a little bit of their game there. Someone's playing so well in the early series, and now they just, they go in, constantly get picked off, and it seems like they don't really have an answer for Zaitan's Zarya as well. And now we see Vortex switch to Reaper, but earlier on, I think Zaitan is like the linchpin of, everything that Team Paradigm has been doing so far. Because he has gotten so many kills, he's played so aggressively with almost never dying at the same time. His influence really can't be overstated, rather. So Gotsky going on the Widowmaker here, they're switching it up, Vortex on the Reaper, so a little bit of a different composition, and maybe that's what gets Premade back into this game.
Well, like we said, linear character, very little they can do, but that's what you want to be doing. Gets one kill, first snipe, first kill of the game in favour of Gotsky there. See if he can do a little bit more. Savage Beast trying to sit on the point. He's fallen a little bit off that kind of more aggressive Reinhardt, and actually got a little bit more defensive. Are we going to get a very long defense here? Looks like actually Premade Gotsky comes up with 3 kills on the Widowmaker. Might have been the switch they needed here. This time, Premade get to aggressively walk forward.
Oh, Savage Beast, no!
Savage Beast gets dropped. But Darky managed to hook SWAT as well, so both the Reinhardts are down. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but makes me sad. Like, he's playing such an aggressive game, and it works out often for them, but I don't think you can pull it off anymore against a team as good as Paradigm6. So
Paradigm6 doing a very good job here.
Couple of picks here from Gotsky again.
Let's see, Vortex has to spooky ghost his way out. That's SWAT slamming Darky's wall, but a Transcendence is there. Zambu does get a kill onto Christie, so the healing and the sound barrier is not there. But that's gonna be a sound barrier getting thrown back. Zambu with a double kill. That's the Widowmaker down, so the sniper, the assassin is out. Hitman does get a kill, and so does Zambu. Zambu goes for free. That's gonna be the point captured. 49% when they capture the points, so not too bad.
Man, what happened there was Christie was playing a little bit too aggressive, gets picked off by Zambu, and without one of your healers, that means that everyone's dropping kind of low, so Zambu then jumps over to Gotsky, takes him out, and really well played by him. Great mission play.
For red cam, so they're looking for people, but Widowmaker not getting enough. Gravity Surge, Graviton Surge there. No Graviton Surge. Earth Shatter. Savage Beast with a triple kill. Vortex takes out one. That was a convincing team fight as they captured the point back.
Yeah, a waste of the ultimate, like of the Daft Blossom though. That was really unnecessary.
Neither Reapers have their ultimate very soon either. They were using around the same time, so let's see how they're going to work. There's Zaitan, SWAT, and Liana. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. I don't know. I'm just going to call them Anna for now. Have access to their ultimate. Deadeye is about 40% off, so not quite there. This is it. Savage Beast gets pinned in place, gets slammed. He is so close to getting dropped. Zambu does manage to get it, so that is going to be just the Graviton Surge left. They used a few ultimates to get that point, but they looks like Godlike coming through so big with the snipes, and actually is doing a really good job playing a very, very aggressive Widowmaker. They're getting so many kills, and that's 91%. I don't think they're going to be able to recap the point and win the game off that.
You know how we were talking about how, you know, Widow is kind of hit or miss? Seems like Godsky has gotten his groove back and it's just consistently getting those kills.
Graviton Surge is there, but Darky unfortunately drops everyone he can. Hitman should have access to his ultimate and only picked up Savage Beast. Godsky once again gets another kill, and that's actually going to be Premade taking the point.
Yeah, 2-1 here. Man, okay, you know, the early games we talked about Zayton and how well the team with Paradigm is doing. And now here you have just got to be putting the team on the shoulders and playing Widowmaker and pulling it off really, really well.
Reloaded back onto well. Darky actually switched onto the D.Va. We didn't really touch too much on the D.Va. Let's see how that's going to work out for them here. This is actually a very good map for D.Va if you go for an aggressive team kill. I saw it a couple of weeks ago on, actually it might have been in this series, where on well, a D.Va rocketed and ulted but was stayed pretty much all the way back at her team. And the rocket just flew all the way over to the spawn point and just got like a triple kill. Really good. I don't know if that was AOC, actually. It might have been.
I'm not entirely sure either.
Let's find out. We're going to load through 15 seconds till the control point unlocked. The last time it took a good... Well, they actually managed to take the point. Got the key. Sniping away on the May as well.
See what's happening here.
Hitman doesn't
That's a kill.
Well, both teams convincingly fighting there, Zambu and Hitman. Hitman's doing a really good job on this McCree. Picks up Darky, picks up the point, and that looks like actually this time Paradigm6 trying to get themselves point control. Vortex has to go spooky mode and run away, but he might get spinned in place. Hitman with the stun, with the kill. Good job.
Yeah, and that's going to be the point for Paradigm here. And Hitman already has the high noon. Fortunately for Team Premade, they do have a line of shield here, so that makes it a little less effective. But here it comes.
He's going to throw it out. Is he going to find anyone is the question. Looks like no is the answer to that question because he just hit no one. Earthshatter hits Vortex, but there's a good Transcendence throwing down to keep everyone alive. Swat gets himself a kill. That's going to be Darky with one on the D.Va. Trying to capture the point, trying to get the kills, but it might be not enough there. High noon maybe throwing down a little bit too much. Darky takes out Zambu. That's going to be a double kill onto Darky, and actually Hitman manages to get one, so Premade capture the point back, and it looks like they're not out.
Definitely not. And this is what we were talking about. You know, if they can get back on that game, you know, get back in that groove, which they did last round, obviously. They might actually be able to grab themselves a couple of points in this map again. And it looks like that is what they're doing. They're playing a lot more clean again. A lot cleaner, able to get those kills. Doesn't hit anyone in the stretch
Didn't hit anyone, but the Graviton Surge is there. Christu, only one inside it. The great Blizzard brings everyone in place. Zambu comes forward. Can he get anything? No, he hits no one with the Death Blossom. He only manages to pick up one. Transcendence is thrown back as well. And Vortex manages to drop Jeff. That's going to be a frozen Anna in place as she gets sniped. Vortex with the triple, with the quadra kill. And he's still got his ultimate available to him.
Yeah, really well played here. And this is the Premade that we were expecting to see when we loaded into Ilios, right? The team that is able to actually consistently get those points, win those team fights. Again, they've managed to be super liberal with it, which I think is really interesting actually.
Throws down his ultimate, but unfortunately there's a male D.Va ult there, sorry, to keep him in place. He's not once again going to pick anyone up. A wasted ultimate. Let's keep our eyes on Vortex with his ultimate available. Well, let's see how that's going to work out. Is he going to get it? Zambu goes for one, holds onto his ultimate. Vortex solo and has to run away to safety. Premade looks like they're going to take this all the way to 5 on the point, all the way to 5 on the map as they want to win this game. Zambu, Vortex holding onto his ultimate, actually hasn't used it yet. Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect team wipe so they can win the game. Oh, Darky.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's going to be it. That's going to be the death blossom. He goes forward. That was 4-0. That's 98%. That is Premade taking this to round 5.
Oh man, what a series. So we're 1 for 1 currently, and then on the third map it goes to a game 5 as well. And what a game so far.
Well, that was as soon as I saw that Earthshatter hit 4, I was like, oh god, this is it. This is going to be the Team White. We're loading through onto I can't remember what this one's called, mind you. Wow, good job, Jay. Can't remember what this one's. We're loading through to this one. So last map.
It's a lighthouse, by the way.
I did predict it earlier, but they were the King of the Hill Kings.
Good joke. Good joke. It's a lighthouse, by the way.
Lighthouse. There we go. Yeah, because it's on top of the lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse. In
the
middle of the map.
You sure it's not because there's a palm tree?
Very creative, yeah.
Man.
So,
I swear I'm good at casting normally, right?
I know, man. I know. It's okay. And again, the same skirmish in the middle here. See who can get the initial picks. Oh, we have a pause, actually.
Through to a pause. I think we probably had a quick technical issue here. Talk to me about the teams. How's this going? Because this is gone all the way. These teams are pushing each other to their points. One thing to really think about is we talked about like the mentality of the players, how mentally well they're feeling. Physically, this is quite draining. This is every game goes so far. It's now obviously they're on EU time, so this is 11 o'clock. So I'm in the UK, so it's 10 for me. It's 11 o'clock at night now. Obviously, I know these people play games till late in the night. I do. Everyone does. We all, sit and play Overwatch till God knows what time at night. But when it's got this much on the line, when it's this competitive, it can get quite wearing. You're like, oh, we almost won that. Paradigm6 go 2-0, and it looks like now that they could potentially get reverse sweeped by Premade. Premade really running them rotten, making them really tired. That's got to be something that's going to get into their minds as well as their physical tiredness.
Yeah, agreed. And there's something we have at Tilburg University, the uni that I'm at. We have a PhD student who specializes in gaming and gaming psychology. And what's really interesting is if you're playing well, your body will make chemicals that will make you play better. And if you're playing bad, if you're properly tilted, every decision you make will be worse. Because you really get into that mindset of, I need to make desperate plays, which really clouds your decision making. And the same goes for general tempo in these specific series, right? If you're up 2-0 and you make a huge mistake, and because that loses the round, the chance that your team will lose the next round is so big. Because in your head, you're still going to be going over the last game. And that is something that might have influenced the 2-0 lead that Paradigm has been able to get here. Because that second point on the rider was not well played by Premade, right? They made a couple of glaring errors that allowed Paradigm6 to defend well. I mean, it doesn't want to take away anything from Paradigm6, but, a couple of those big mistakes can really mess with your mindset getting into the next two games. And we see that Premade has been able to get themselves back together now over the course of these games. First you have Gotsky going off on the first map, and then on the Widowmaker game, and now you have them back playing together and able to actually get that win. So I think that Premade is back in action now, and I hope that means that next few games are going to be as close as the ones we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, we want it to be close as casters, but I'm sure for the players, they don't want it to be close. You need to get yourself in that mindset, because even keep in mind, this is only the quarterfinals. If you just by the skin of your teeth drag through, you might go into the semis going, oh man, we were so that was so close to losing it last time. That's going to get in your mind again. Keep in mind, obviously, the first game of the match was EVH versus RDM. RDM dragged through by the skin of their teeth into the quarterfinals, and you saw with them, they got completely stomped by EVH. It was a complete walkover. So that's got to be something. Again, you're going to go through into the semi-finals against a team who are going to be if they completely stomped, because obviously they're going to go against EVH. Whoever wins this, EVH stomped. End of. Whoever goes through here, if they only just about get through, EVH are going to go through going, these guys didn't do much better than RDM to get to this point. Obviously, it is also down to the fact that RDM versus EVH was a complete out skill matchup versus Premade versus Paradigm6, which is actually a high skill matchup between the pair of the teams. So maybe maybe I'm looking into it too much, but we're back in the game here. Last map on Helios. Whoever wins this gets match point in the best of 5 on the maps.
Who are you going to give it to?
Premade, 100%. I said it at the beginning, I'm going to stick with my pick. As I say that, they manage to take themselves 2. They do get dropped 1 on the other day. And actually looks like Paradigm6 are going to get themselves on the point first. And almost capture it. So Zambu comes through, Hitman comes through, and actually I go all the way for Premade, Paradigm6.
The desperation charge by Savage Beast. Like, you're not going to get out, so you might as well try to get a kill, right? But that decision makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this is a rough spot to be behind, especially in Lighthouse, right? Where, as we've mentioned before, it's such a snowbally map. Like, good luck mounting an offense at this point.
Yeah, considering it's at a point that has so many ways into it, it's so, like, it's such a chokehold. Hitman did get a kill on Vortex, but Hitman 14 managed to take out Hitman. This is going to be the ultimate thrown down, trying to keep everyone alive. Beast, unfortunately, did get debuffed by Anna, so they can't get dropped as Darky picks himself up 1. That's going to be the Graviton Surge, and that's going to be the ultimate coming through. Slimer goes down, it doesn't actually hit anyone, and it looks like Premade are going to capture the point, so good team fight in their favor. Premade not out, they're down, but they're not out.
Yeah, definitely. Hitman has been doing really well on the Tracer, by the way, because, you know, we talked about Zaita in the last few games, but as the Hitman show again, 3 defensive ultimates, 3 offensive ultimates, what's going to happen?
Well, that's going to be the Blizzard thrown down, freezing everyone in place. SWAT is looking for as much as he can. SWAT does get 2. Sound barrier is thrown out in defense, and that's going to be a triple kill onto the Reinhardt. They get almost the team wipe. Christu, the only one alive, he is soon to get dropped. There were resurrections in that, but that was a full team wipe. And they take the point back.
Oh, and it gets so clutch for Team Premade now. Going up against an Armor Boost and a Death Blossom, you know, with only the Earth Shatter, they need to make it happen in the next push, because if not, they're going to be so far behind that any desperation push is... There's a pretty big chance of throw. Can they get a pick here?
Well, that's going to be Zambu with the double kill with the Death Blossom. He's going to pop Mate and Diva out of his point as well. Hitman unloads into Savage Beast, takes him out, and it looks like Paradigm6, 80% to 32, have the tempo advantage, have the mindset advantage, and they might be able to take out Premade on Helios and potentially get themselves match point. One more ultimate available. One more fight. Hitman has Transcendence. Savage Beast has Earth Shatter. He does use it, gets himself the double kill. Premade are not done quite yet as they push it into overtime. Savage Beast gets the triple kill, gets the quadra kill. Darky takes one out. Overtime taken away, and by the skin of their teeth, Premade once again capture the point.
Now they need to hold until the end of the game. No ultimates for them. And Graviton Search and Pulse Bomb already, so I hope that we see them spread out properly here. Hitman already...
You have to stand on the point.
Yeah, I know.
You can't spread out too much, otherwise you can lose to a flank and potential kickoff.
This is going to be so...
It's going to go down. Savage Beast misses the charge, so that's actually pretty big. SWAT does get dropped by Vortex straight away. Vortex now has his ultimate available. The Graviton Surge hits onto loads of them. That's going to be the Jet throwing out everything. They do stay alive. The Graviton Surge was wasted. Zambu throws out his ultimate. Only gets 1, but they do manage to mount a defense. They do manage to mount the kills. SWAT now has his ultimate available, but Godlike and Darky have theirs available. So let's see how this next fight's going to break out. This is going all of the way.
Yeah, this is going to go to overtime, no doubts about it. But I don't know, like, Zaita and Hitman didn't synchronize their ultimates there, and it might have cost them the fight. Going into the very last team fight of
the last one. That's going to be the Graviton Surge. That's going to be ulti. Darky does manage to get himself a kill. Christu comes. Hitman is there as they are on the point. Hitman also manages to take out the Hitman. Christo and Darky pick themselves up a kill. That's a 1-team fight for Paradigm. That's the one Helios for Paradigm. No, Yeah, Premade, sorry. Premade are gonna just defend so close, and they take it all the way. 99% to 99%. Paradigm6 get dropped by Premade. Let's see who gets play of the game. There were a lot of plays this set.
Play of the match.
Man.
Savage beast.
Yeah, that was just really well. And, oh man. Yeah, this is the quad.
Oh yeah, this is the Reaper one.
Sets are here.
Yeah, that was huge. Really, really good team fight from them.
So 2-1 for Team Premade, and this is such an important set to win. We keep talking about mindset, but imagine losing this game. You're 2-0 up as Paradigm.
Okay, guys. So we're going to take a quick break. Obviously, the players have been playing for a while. We will see you in 5 minutes as we go through into match point Premade versus Paradigm6. We'll see you after the break. Do not go anywhere.
All right, you have the game.
Yeah! Go! Pass the ball! You can look at the ball and walk backwards. You see, that's how you do it.
Watch TV anywhere for free on 4G. Now that's something worth shouting about.
What if we could change the way we see the world? Rediscovering ourselves through the people we meet and the moments we share. Each experience, every encounter, changes our perspectives, leading us to live life our own way. Money my way.
Higher than the sun, heartbeat like a drum, racing to the wild. You were in my dream, like a vivid movie scene. Don't wake me up if this whole world ends tonight. I'd hold your body tight, hips pressed up to mine, in the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment. Breathing the same air, like a million answered prayers. Your scent takes over me. Alive, holding hand in hand, toes touching the sand. It feels so right. If this whole world ends tonight, I'd hold your body tight, hips pressed up to mine, in the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the AOC Malta Cyber Series. Paradigm6 and Premade. Very close games. Premade have got the edge and are on match point on King's Row. My name is, of course, Hiprain. Joining me once again is Chronicler. Chronicler, so we're loading through to King's Row. If it ties up, we are all going to Hanamura. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Can Premade defend on King's Row?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to call, even though you're all right with your pre-made call, which I think is really interesting, because they were not doing very well at the beginning of that. I think the mental resilience they've shown might really throw off Paradigm6 here, because being down 0-2 and then coming back with such a jam and winning the last game of a control map when the enemy has 99%, that's huge, right? It's huge, as Trump would say, who is now the president of the United States, but that's not really too relevant. But we keep saying huge, so can't help but think about it. Honestly, though, I think it's going to be an uphill battle for Paradigm6. I think that Premade will have the mental edge here, and purely play-wise, I can't really call this one. I think the teams are too close to make a reliable call, but I'm going to go with Premade because they won the last one as well.
Premade lost the first set and then pulled it back on the last sets. So maybe they've got that mental swing. Maybe they've got that advantage in their favor. Godzuki actually hovering the Widowmaker. This is what I was talking about earlier, the Widowmaker on attack. And Jeff, for the defense, Mercy, we might see that actually, because that was really big earlier.
Yeah, and Mercy actually did get buffed. I think we kind of glossed over that, but Mercy's health regeneration is increased. Like it used to be after 3 seconds, and now if she isn't attacked for 1 second, she starts to regain health. So that's a pretty good survivability buff. I'm not sure how much it actually helps, due to the fact that, of course, like if a trace is on you, she's not going to be not shooting you for 1 second, but might still be very very useful. But like you said, we have Jeff on the Mercy, Zambu on the Maid. There's nothing really too interesting about the comp that they're running besides that Mercy.
Godzuki, let's see if he switches to that Widow. Well, if he keeps on that Widow, whether or not he's going to go for that high ground, couple of snipes, switch off, or he's going to go straight into the hotel, high ground, balcony, and snipe down from there. Obviously, the problem with that is you then have 5 people on the attack, and your Widowmaker is further away, looking for the potential picks, looking for the potential snipes. We're about to load in. This is it. Premade take on Paradigm6 for potentially the last game, or potentially if Paradigm6 can hold it back, we will go all the way to 5. Guys, once again, you know the drill. Let us know in the Twitch chat who you think is going to win, whether or not it's going to be Premade or whether or not it will be Paradigm6. Very excited to see these next set of games.
Yeah, definitely, man. The only thing killing my excitement is the fact that this has been a long series.
Yeah, it's been a very long series. I love it. Yeah, it's very exciting. Also, I do have a sore throat. These games, these teams are playing so well and so incredibly aggressive, but it's actually making me lose my voice because I'm just yelling at the hype they're putting out. As Hitman takes out Hitman 14. It seems like Hitman's always the one to kill Hitman. As Zambu doesn't actually get a kill. Savage Beast does take out SWAT though, so they do lose their Reinhardt, they do lose their tank. Godzuki, really good on the Widowmaker earlier. Feels like he his groove a little bit because he hasn't managed to pick up too many kills.
No, he actually hasn't been able to really influence the game so far, so I would not be sad to see him switch. I don't know why Savage Beast is still this far forward. Really aggressive posturing, a little bit risky, but he hasn't been picked up yet. And Vortex gets wrong, Savage Beast gets size in, and this should open up the map. Savage Beast with the Earth Shatter though.
Does hit no one. Hitman all alone. Jeff healing him away, keeping him alive. SWAT charges forward, rams into the Earth walls. Vortex gets a double kill. There's the Mercy res, resing 2. Vortex with a triple kill. Can he get anything else? It looks like they might not able to. Hitman, Dead Eyes gets 3. Gets 2. SWAT gets a double. Vortex goes all the way, ends up actually getting 4 in the fight as Zahn is the next one up. That's Ice Wall just popping Savage Beast into the air. Vortex does have got one available to him, so let's see whether or not he's going to use it. The point is so close to being captured as Savage Beast standing on it, trying to get away. Unfortunately, charges forward into a May. May does have Blizzard as she pins him all in place. That's the 4-man ultimate. Godzuki trying to get as much as possible, but Vortex takes out 2. That's going to be the double kill. What a combo. What a defense. And that was a team wipe against Premade.
Yeah, Christy makes it out alive, but oh, man, Jeff with the hugely influential res, right? Because that res allowed SWAT to get, I think, a triple there, killing the Hitman before he was able to get off that sleep guard on Anna. And let's see what's going to happen now.
They're trying to get that point again. It is so close to being there, but SWAT manages to take out Savage Beast as he gets nano boosted. Vortex picks up Hitman on the backline, so no Dead Eyes to take out anyone else. Christu takes out the resing, so that's the res down as SWAT manages to pin Hitman in place. He swings his hammer around like a madman. He's gonna knock anyone into the wall he can as Christo takes out SWAT. And this is gonna be the point. Premade get the shove.
Yeah, and that's really nice. Like, if you don't get this first point, the chances of you holding is so low. So very happy with this push on the side of Premade, I imagine. Getting into a little bit of you know, like these little small streets, which means that the combination of Earth Shatter and Gravity Surge is gonna hit so many people. I would like them to see use Gotsuki's Pulse Bomb combined with Darky's Grappling Surge and use the Savage Pieces Earth Shatter for like a separate fight. And Jaff also has his ultimate, so if Team Premade gets too trigger happy here, might be a really nice play for Jaff.
And he has the high ground. Let's see if they're going to do it. This is one of the best actual alleyways for a Earth Shatter, for a Graviton Surge, for the damage as Gotsuki takes out Hitman. So that's a dead man, dead eye going down. That's going to be Vortex popping forward with the double kill. Fantastic backline takeout, but Jeff with the reses the entire team, and it actually looks like Premade might have had been re-engaged unfortunately against them, and they do end up dropping down. Vortex finds SWAT, but he is all alone as he gets himself dropped. Hitman proves that he is actually a Hitman. That was a really good fight for them initially, and then unfortunately it got completely destroyed.
Jeff's res like won the fight.
Yeah,
also the fact that Savage Beast didn't really hit anyone on his Earth Shatter. So those things combined, and we see Jeff like, this is such a nice place to play Mercy because there's so many nooks and crannies in which you can hide. SWAT gets on a boost.
Oh, what a free-man Earth Shatter! SWAT goes forward, he does manage to take out Vortex, and Zambu takes out Savage Beast. The push is so hard, and this is one of the easiest points to push on King's Road, as they just shoved them off the point one more time. It's a weird map, this one, this payload, because it's point at the payload, sorry, because it's one of the easiest shoves, but it's also one of the hardest, like, easiest ones to team fight in. So if you find a good favourable team fight, then the shove does become impossible. It's one of the weirdest snowballing maps we have, as Gotsuki is zipping around, trying to get as much as possible. 2 Graviton Surges are thrown out as Zambu gets kill number 1 of the fight, and now SWAT, left alone, can get himself a kill on Hitman 14. Just trying to get as much as possible. Zambu is really showing up on this, that's the Resident, sorry, on the May. Fortunately.
Oh, Gotsuki gets hit by a stray SWAT, getting that fire strike off on him. And just like last time, the pressure is on here. 14 Premade.
Well, Darky switched to the Diva actually, so let's see how that's going to play. It's a bit of a weird
bug
when
you play. They need to find Jeff again, because if they don't, Jeff is definitely going to get off that res, and that will mean that if they get too greedy with their ultimates, you know, if they use too many and Jeff gets a res off, then...
Well, look where Jeff is. He's just hiding. That's going to be the Earth Shatter. That's going to be the Blizzard. The Sound Barrier is also thrown out. Savage Beast aggressively goes forward, but Zambu takes out Vortex, and Zextan's going to take out Savage Beast. Another Earth Shatter comes through. It does ping Darky in place as Darky hops forward, and that's going to be everyone on the side of Premade running extremely low, running extremely dead. We're going to get ourselves through into overtime as Darky gets himself out of mech form. Hitman picks him off. Gotsuki running around, trying to be as annoying as possible as Savage Beast comes through. The overtime is still not quite done as Savage Beast is here now, but unfortunately, Zarya is going to get it. Vortex throws down the ultimate. He does get the triple. He gets the quadra, but the 4-man res is there. Vortex, too little, too late. They did not take out the Mercy. Mercy does finally get dropped. That's technically 6 kills onto the Vortex. He does get the set double kill. Pretty huge as Vortex goes for 7 in the team fight in the extended fray of it. Overtime ticking away. Gotsuki manages to take out a Miracle, and it looks like Premade. Miracles can happen. They push forward. Are they going to get it? That is the question.
And what an unbelievable game, because it looks like they are definitely going to... Like you said, once you get through that choke point, here we go. Get to point 2, and that gives them 2 more minutes, or a minute and a half rather, to try and finish the map.
Can I hear the words Vortex? 7 kills in the last fight. That Mercy res did anything but help his stats. Really good res, but unfortunately Vortex came through huge. Almost got his ultimate again, so let's see. The res is not quite there, so if Premade want to take a fight, now is the time. But unfortunately, they do get Gravitas onto SWAT, gets taken out. SWAT's taken out Christu. That's gonna be Premade losing the fight as they just get dropped incredibly low. Triple kill on the Zarya. 50 seconds left on the shove.
Vortex there. Drops down to not give the enemy ult charge. It doesn't really matter though because they already have 3 ultimates. And I think this is going to be one more push at most. We do see that Vortex has the Death Blossom again. We see Diva's ultimate ready. We see
He needs to get Jeff. He needs to get Jeff. That's the thing here. Jeff has almost got the res available to him. A SWAT falls off the map straight away. Gotiki with 2. That's going to be Darky taking 1 back. And that was actually Jeff who got dropped. So this is actually a really big fight. Vortex held onto his ultimate as well in that entire fight, so that is still not over. They do have to push into a fast resing time as they push it through into overtime. That's going to be a massive 2-man Earth Shatter. That's going to be Vortex getting dropped. SWAT running solo. Hitman pushing it forward. Can they get it? That is the question. Darky does not have his ultimate available to him. Overtime ticks out, but they pushed it so far. That was a good shove.
Unbelievable. Every time, like, we think that Premade's just gonna lose, and we saw not just Premade, we saw Paradigm do this as well. Wow. Like, you think that they lose the set, right? You think that it's gonna be it, and then out of nowhere, on overtime, they manage to push so far. The tempo gains that like they get from these pushes is just insane, right? And looks like Christu is going to go for a Mercy as well.
It's so we've seen it all day today on King's Row. Mercy absolutely excels because you get wiped and she just reses. She was burning ultimates. Premade did a really good job of adapting to that kind of that style of play where it's they wouldn't expend every ultimate in a wombo combo if they couldn't catch Mercy in it. Once they caught Mercy in it, I don't think we're going to see a Bastion on attack. I think that's going to be a swap, right? Right?
Yeah, no, they're not going to play that. Like, no way. But I mean, Symmetra is like obviously not a joke, and maybe that you want to play Bastion like on the second part where you have the payload pushing. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not actually getting my hopes up.
Paradigm actually have a hard job pushing. They almost pushed that all the way to 3. So yes, it was 2-1, 2-0 so far on the overalls on King's Row. Paradigm are going to have to do a really good job shoving Jeff. Actually switching to the Lucio, so I thought he was going to play the Winston. Decided not to in that instance.
Yeah, I think on offense it makes a lot more sense.
If Premade can hold out here, that's going to be it. That's going to be them winning the series and going through to the semi-finals. Hitman's this time picked up the Widowmaker. Is he going to stick on it? He is running back. I think he might. No, he's sticking on it.
Looks like we're going to have a pause.
Okay, straight through into a pause, unfortunately. We're going to get through to a pause. More time to talk about the teams.
Oh man, if you're Paradigm here, this is so painful. Like, so you lose the first map, right? Like, it doesn't really get you out of you don't really care about that. You know, that can happen. And you retake it for a really strong second map where you push the payload an incredibly far distance and are able to last-minutely like cancel the push of Premade, right? So you're in a really good spot mentally. Then you go up 2-0 in your King of the Hill map. I think we're going to get back into the game soon. So
yeah, looks like we're going to be loading in very soon.
So you get up 2-0 in the King of the Hill map, and then you lose with a 99% lead on the last map. Like, first you lose 2 rounds, then you lose the last map, and then you think you almost have it. Then you get a nano-boosted Vortex, which just jumps in with Death Blossom, murders your entire team, and that's gotta be so like damning on your mental state. So like such a big thing to recover from. So if Paradigm is actually able to get the push on here, they need to recover from that, and I hope that they can, because going to Game 5 would be incredible.
It would be incredible, but the mental state that can put Premade in is going to be really big.
Because Premade is super happy now. Like they're overjoyed, I imagine.
Sorry, I brought me some pasta in. This game's gone very late. So Hitman actually very aggressive on the Oh, he's just gonna get dropped. Yeah, I was about to say he was extremely aggressive, and Darky just grabs him the hook.
Interesting positioning here from
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Team Paradigm.
Paradigm looking for that high ground. Are we gonna get ourselves? What doesn't have his ultimate available to him yet? I'm gonna coin that term, I swear. What are they gonna do on the push here? Hitman is standing on the point, trying to waste it as much as possible. Look, they just drop down, shield up SWAT. SWAT just charges into nothing. Let's see how this push is gonna work out for them. Zambu laying out the damage, but unfortunately does drop him. And everyone on the side of Paradigm does run extremely low. Vortex has his ultimate available now.
Hitman bringing the pain. However, it does look like, just for now at least, they're going to be able to hold, have the Lucio sound area as well, and Vortex has the high noon, so maybe they can make something happen there.
Well, that's going to be the Graviton Surge, putting them all in place to see if they can get anything. That's going to be Zambu, that's going to be Zayton, that's going to be the push coming through. Paradigm6 do a really good job of getting the engage, getting the kills, getting the point.
Yeah, and there is no mercy rest this time. That means that this is going to be a pretty free push, at least for the first part of this map. Yeah, we see Donkey switch Diva again, which I like. Especially with how well Zayton is playing on Zarya. Like, having a Zarya on the enemy team reduces so much of your pressure, especially if she's as good as Zayton is. Makes it so much harder to actually reliably get things. So I like the switch here. I hope to see Premade do the same thing here, you know, get that hold here in the choke point. If not, might get really hard for them.
Support takes out Zambu. Look at the ultimates charging up here though. Premade need to make as much of a chance to defend as they can here. Their supports are actually picking off everyone here. That's going to be the Deadeye drop, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get anyone with it. Vortex seems to be the king at wasting his ultimate on that.
Yeah, I mean, it buys you like a couple of seconds, right? And I think in this specific situation...
Oh, Zambu's been nano boosted. He has the ultimate, but he does get pinned in place. Transcendence and Blizzard. It's going to be a waste. Is he going to get dropped? Yes. They did not even get a chance to use it, and Zambu just gets absolutely wasted. Vortex with the double kill as well. Premade not okay with that push they had against them, and they're going to try and defend as much as they can on this next point.
Yeah, and you know, as long as you're snooping off minutes, if they hold for 3 minutes here, they will go on to the semi-finals and they will just secure a spot there, and Paradigm will be out of the tournament. So the stakes have not been high yet.
Well, the Graviton Surge is there and the sound barrier against us. They're fighting on health bars, grouped up running low. Vortex is going to get himself just out of damage there. Savage Beast and Jester, who has himself a kill. Darky gets shot up into the air. That's a massive fight in favour of Paradigm6 as they do start to get the shot on, but Hitman comes through with the Transcendence, comes through with the healing, trying to waste the time, trying to buy the time as Darky cannot live for too much longer as Hitman just jumping around trying to waste as much time as possible.
Oh, and that ultimate, I'm not sure if I like that Transcendence by Hitman there, because even though you stole the payload there, this does mean that the next team fight is going to be so much more about that defensive ultimate.
Vortex ultimate does not even slow down the shove as they're starting to push forward. This is Paradigm6, 2 minutes away from potentially going out, but they are not out. They want to hold on to the point. It looks like Darky is going to throw down the self-destruct, trying to spread everyone apart, trying to waste the time. The wall is not going to be in the right place, and got the key, trying to keep everyone off of the payload. They literally need to waste as much time as they possibly can, but unfortunately, they actually, I say that, and they do hold on by the skin of their teeth. Earthshatter hits Zambu. Zambu does get sound barriered up, but he does stay alive. It looks like the Transcendence one more time is thrown down, keeping everyone alive. Christu takes out SWAT, so the tank is down, and the push, the shove, 1 minute 31, and they seem to hold on by the skin of their teeth. This game is so close.
If Premade holds here, they will win the game. Like, there is absolutely no question about it. Like, unbelievable they're able to hold just so close. No extra time as of yet for the team Paradigm, and they need to make the next push happen. Because if they lose this team, like this next push,
as well. So
this team fight,
incredibly close fight. Let's see how it's going to work. Vortex has his high noon, so if they go forward, the Deadeye can get popped. And there it is. straight away. Everyone gets pinned in place. Vortex finally finds two. SWAT does also find two. Got the key. It's going to hop down. That's going to be the self-destruct. It's going to spread to them apart. They have 40 seconds to keep alive. Darky is there. Vortex takes 3 in the extended fight. There is 40 seconds left on the clock. This game is so close. Premade 40 seconds away from getting themselves as much as they can. The explosive grenades, whatever you want to call it, sticky bomb, not quite there. We are 25 seconds away, ladies and gentlemen. Can Premade do it? Can they take down Paradigm6? Savage Beast says he can take down the healer, and that's going to be Christo once again taking out Sandro. Sandro's had his ultimate for so long, the sound barrier is thrown out as Darky is trying to stay alive against Hitman. The Earth Shatter from Savage Beast hits nothing. They're a little bit eager on the trigger fingers there. Hitman has his ultimate. Hitman's going to throw down his ultimate. They go to overtime is popping as it looks like Savage Beast is going to try and get himself down. It is it! Premade take out Paradigm6. They take them down. We will see you next week on the semi-finals.
1-2.
Wow. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add to that. What a series. I mean,
Really well played game.
look, I thought they were going to lose this map.
This was actually the fight. I knew this was going to be play of the game, but this was actually when the
I mean, it deserves it.
7 kills came through from Vortex.
No, this is the one.
Oh no, it wasn't. This is the other one.
Yeah, I like the other one more. But
No, I'm amazed that one was. Oh, it.
oh man, yeah, I thought it was the Jeff one at the the choke point.
Yeah, no, that was an incredible series.
Oh man,
Very, very close. Premade. Go on, speak. Talk.
yeah.
Talk,
Well,
Telecaster.
there's like so much to say about this series. It's like such an interesting. You're down so much, and you let's be honest, they didn't play very well in the 2 Ilias games that they lost, and they just gathered back together. And not only that, but then in the map on King Road, they're able to hold for such a long time and in such a clutch way, right? Because if the payloads get pushed, it gets so much harder to hold. Like, it really does, because the spawn is so close for the attackers. If you get to that second point on King's Row, it becomes so much harder. But what we saw now is because they're able to keep them off of that second point, allows them to not necessarily, like, if you trade evenly in that situation, you're going to take the advantage.
You can take the advantage, indeed. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to watch the AOC Malta Cyber Series. Next week, we will see at the same time French Toast Mafia will be taking on Skit-Like, and we're going to have a Vision taking on Denied Esports.
Yeah,
What my name is Hit Brain. This is going to be so good. Joining me is Chronicler. Thank you so much for watching the stream tonight. We will see you, Evervision, sorry. We will see you next. Aversio. Wow, I'm tripping over words. We'll see you next week. I'll be a little bit more on point. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
All right, you have the game.
Go past the ball! You can look at the ball and walk backwards. You see, that's how you do it.
Watch TV anywhere for free on 4G. Now that's something worth shouting about.
if we could change the way we see the world? Rediscovering ourselves through the people we meet and the moments we share. Each experience, every encounter, changes our perspectives, leading us to live life our own way. Money, my way.